How much should you or did you have saved in your 401k by the time you were 35? I'm trying to figure out if I'm in good shape for retirement. Curious to know how much you all believe you should, or in reality how much you had saved in your 401k by the time you were 35. Just started maxing out both mine and my wife's retirement funds. We have about $250k combined in our retirement accounts and $30k in a brokerage account. Also have an emergency fund large enough to cover about 6 months of expenses. Getting into a whole life policy as well and looking into starting an IRA. And maxing my HSA, although right now our expenses are high due to living in a high cost of living area, and having a kid in daycare and the other in private school. We own a townhome, which we currently rent out and are renting a larger home. But that's essentially a wash since the rent we collect covers the rent for our current residence. Am I doing okay? Still feel like I'm behind. But I guess that all depends on my retirement expectations. I have $130k in my 401k and am 46. Been saving for the last 10 years. I am only up 3 over the course of those 10 years. Personally, I feel as though I am behind. One more thing. Don't get whole life. It is waste. Don't mix life insurance and investing. Get term life that gets you and your wife both till 65. Also, get more than what you think you'll need. Considering lifestyle adjustments as the family will move from 2 income to 1. The surviving spouse will need to take some time off to grieve. Retirement savings will also reduce. And increased childcare costs. So I'd say get large enough that surviving spouse does not have to worry about saving for return. And college expenses. I'm 29 and I have exactly $0 invested in anything. The majority of you are fairly wealthy. Single 33M 401k $115,000 Roth IRA $73,000 HSA $11,000. It's irrelevant. How much do you need or want for your lifestyle? How long are you willing to work? Retirement readiness is very personal. But the good news is you still have time to correct if needed. Generally, if you are maxing anything as early as mid-30s, you will be fine. Depends how much you think you need or how early you want to retire. Single 35M 160k 401k Roth 60k Roth IRA 20k in HSA. I'm 28 with $172,000 in the bank. Salary of $34,000 at 23, $105,000 at 28. Start small and keep saving. I am so behind compared to you. And my partner is even further behind. So kudos my internet friend. I had around 25k in my 401k at 35. I started late, but I've been maxing out for a few years and my balance is around $290,000 at 43. I've heard 1x salary by 30 and then 2x by 35. 3x by 40, etc. So for example, if you make 100k a year, your contributions will be 700k by age 60. If they grow on average 7 annually, that'll be just over 5M total in just retirement accounts. But everyone's situation is different. That's just a high-level guideline. It sounds like you are doing just fine. Keep doing what you're doing and you can likely retire early with a healthy retirement account. 36. VHCOL. Maxed out 401k since age 22. Some employers matched, some did not. $430,000 in 401k. $35,450k in 401k, 90k in Roth IRA, 30k in HSA X 200B, and a few investments into real estates. It's hard to say if you're okay, because that depends on where you want to retire. Will you get an inheritance? Will your kids be winners or need your support forever? And how nice of a retirement lifestyle you want? Seems like you're doing a little better than average. To answer your question on another data point, I'm 39 and my 401k is 575k. Wife 401k is 375k. My Roth IRA is 275k. Wife Roth IRA is 40k and we have about 50k in cash, 200k in mutual funds and a couple of apartments. What other people have saved is irrelevant. The question is, when do you want to retire and are you saving enough to get there? 39 and have $115,000. Only been seriously investing the last 8 years or so. Currently putting 15. Company puts in 6. General comment: I think people should discuss things in terms of percentages or other relative measures. $250,000 is nearly meaningless on its own. Example: what multiple of your call did you have saved by the time you were 35? This normalizes it for everyone and makes answers more relatable to people of varying income. Spending tiers. It also helps people think in terms they should when planning. Call is what's important, not a static number. Call may change with your life circumstances. I'm 31. Wife is 30. With 2 kids. 340k in retirement. 90k in ESPP. 24k cash HYSA. 180k brokerage. Around 150k in house equity if that counts. 38 years old. 43k in 401k was about 82k but took 2 general purpose loans out. Pension $20,000 with 7 years of service so far. I work for a quasi-government agency. $161,000 in debt. Lol. Having a state pension didn't take my 401k seriously throughout my 30s. Had maybe $10,000 at that age. Man facepalming. Light skin tone. Everyone is different. People contribute differently. Make more or less in salary etc. You should have your own plan and work with your investment broker to understand whether or not you are on track for your goals. Everyone is on their own path. Just max out your own contributions as much as you can. 24 and have about 45k in my 401k. Not sure. I am 26. Somewhere between 80k 100k now. Remind me 9 years. I'm married. 43m. With 2 daughters that are 11 and 8 currently. I have $250,000 in my 401k account. $50,000 in my Roth IRA. A fully funded 6 months since I'm the only income emergency fund. About $30,000 in the girls' college fund together. And a house I still owe about $200,000 with its value around $650,000. At my current trajectory, if I retire around 65, I believe I'll have around $2.5 million in our retirement accounts, but could be higher after the girls leave and I can contribute more. 34m. $30,000 savings. $22,500 in 401k. Roth IRA $70,000. No debt. Not much, but I spent most of my 20s traveling and living abroad. Zero regrets and I'm so much better for it. But there's a fine line between enjoying your life youth and wasting money. Make sure whatever you invest in is for your betterment in some way. Just turned 29 a month back and have 135k in retirement now. Hoping to add another 145k by the time I'm 35. Married with a kid and single income. Everything 300k by 34 single M. 39M 401k $100,000. Brokerage $110,000. HYSA $90,000. HSA $10,000. Just had a second kid. Re $800,000 equity.